Hello everyone. I hope everyone has been having a good day so far. Today I am building up an area around Teddy's house. Teddy moved in about a week and a half ago, and he's got this really cute log cabin. Let's go ahead and go inside and see what it looks like. By the way, I did gift him a toy for Christmas, so you can see here that that's there. But the rest of his house is pretty much the original. So he's got a log cabin on the inside just as much as the outside, with the log furniture, this cute plant there. Just overall a nice woodsy feel. Perfect for a forest environment. So that's what I'm going to work on today. Bye, Teddy. So I found this cute print published by Currier Ives in 1872. It's called Maple Sugaring, Early Spring in the North. And I found this particular print at the Heritage Museums and Gardens in Massachusetts. Although I believe there are copies of this print in other institutions as well. So as you can see in this print, we have this log cabin, of course, in the woods, and a depiction of people making, I believe, maple syrup. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I remember in first grade going outside and looking at a tap in a tree and seeing the sap come out and being taught how people made maple syrup. And this is sort of what it looks like. You've got this big kettle, I believe, of them boiling the syrup, which is from the sap in the trees. There are logs everywhere, there are barrels, there are people working hard. So I'm going to try to put some of these elements in this area here too. So what I'm planning to do is put some trees around, especially the back of this house or the cabin, to give it that woodsy feel. I have one of those, I forget what they're called, the Kettle bathtub, I think is what it's called. We'll find out soon. To put out here somewhere to make it look like maple syrup being heated over a fire. I've got some of those log benches, a couple barrels, some wooden buckets, some leaf piles, and if we need to fill in some space, I have some country fencing as well. So we've got plenty to put here. Very good. So let's go ahead and see if we can fit some trees. It's a bit of a tight spot. This particular space is not too much. That should work. It needs to be at least one space away from an edge and away from the house. Now there were a mix of deciduous and evergreen trees, but most of the trees were these deciduous trees. So I'm going to put more of these bigger ones in the back. And maybe one of the cedar trees here too. Probably a bit more of these hardwood trees. As we get a little closer, I might put some smaller ones in, because I do have some smaller ones too. I like having the different sized trees because it gives it a little bit more variety in terms of look, which is nice to have when trying to build up a forest. Not every tree is exactly the same. So maybe some more in the back here. That's a bit far. Again, I'm putting these pretty close together again to try to replicate that foresty feel. smaller one here would be great. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, very good. We got a cluster of trees close together to make it look a bit foresty. And I still have some extra trees to fill in if I feel like I want more up front. Okay, let's go ahead and put that kettle of syrup someplace. That's going to be the most important part of this. Where did it go? There we go. I don't know why this is a bathtub. It feels like it's kind of hot. A little difficult to sit in there. But that's what it is. I want this here. Now the painting had it a little bit farther to the right, so let's put this out here instead. It's a little bit more obvious that we're cooking something out here. Alright, I'm gonna start throwing some barrels around. Because you need to store things. Store our maple syrup. Oop, not the bucket. Store our maple syrup and our maple sugar. Now, I was reading up on Currier Ives, a really famous name, but I hadn't known a lot until I looked at this particular print and started researching this a bit for this build. Currier Ives, that's actually the name of a lithography firm that was around in the kind of 1800s into early 1900s. They were probably the biggest and best, what they call lithography firm in the United States. They printed up these really pretty scenes, mainly of rural or agricultural America, and was able to really bring about the opportunity for middle-class people to own art. Oop, I didn't even drop that. Yeah, it made art affordable for people who before couldn't afford an artist to paint something for them. This is looking pretty good. Alright, I think I can put some log benches in different places. Lithography sounded like a pretty complicated procedure. It involved, let's see here, some log stakes. It involved taking the stone type of, I guess, foundation or platform and drawing with waxy crayons on it. And you couldn't make any mistakes because you couldn't actually erase the wax, correctly to make this work. So they would have to painstakingly draw with this waxy crayon a design, and what the wax would do is repel water and therefore attract ink. And what they would do is they'd cover the stone, with water, and then roll ink over it. And so the areas where there was actually crayon would actually be covered in ink, and then put a piece of paper on that, and then you would get a black and white print. And Currier Ives would actually add color by hand afterwards. So it was pretty impressive. I think the company worked with famous artists of the day to really make things, to kind of get a variety and a large number of prints out. Alright, how's this looking so far? I'm really liking this. Throw some of the log stakes in different areas. bench back here. Very good. I think I might be good with this. We've got barrels and buckets. We've got our maple syrup cooking away. I dropped a couple leaf piles to make it look like a foresty floor. I've got some log benches and some log stakes to kind of fill in some space. Trying to set if some country fencing makes sense, because there was fencing in the print. Let's take a look. Just to make it look like there are people around. Maybe to help people not fall. Let's see, let's push this up a little bit. Oh, it won't go. I will put that back after I put my fencing. I think I may need to move that tree in order to put this fence back here. Let's put that tree back. Because I quite like that tree there. I think I may build this fencing out here as well. Oops. Great. Oh, I forgot my bench. I'll put that back. Wonderful. Oh, but I might be stuck. Oh, I barely made it. And I'll push this. Oh. This back a little. I like the look of that. I'm going to put this one out a little further here. Oh, very good. Well, I think I did a not so bad job. Let's see here. I do have a little extra space here. I'm going to maybe throw something here. What do I have left? Get another bench. Oh, not the shovel. This is I can't go. Oh, I know. I'm thinking about that stool, but no, I think I'll go for the bench instead. Oh, it still doesn't want... Let's see what happens if I... Oh! If I can push this any further. There we go. Great. Well, we've done it. I have an area now for Teddy that looks like a maple sugar farm, including a variety of trees of different shapes and sizes, some barrels, some buckets, logs, some fencing, and log stakes. Now I just need my sign. I'm gonna put this here. Great. Teddy's Syrup Farm. Now let's see if we can take a photo and then we're done. Great. Well, this was another quick one. I hope that you got inspired to do something for one of your villagers. You know, building a little bit of a foresty escape is a really nice thing, and I certainly had fun doing this. Well, I hope you all have a good rest of your day as well. Bye bye now.